three vehicles appeared around the bend. Two open tops and a covered Toyota Jeep in the middle, moving at a steady pace. As they covered a kilometer, I noticed the Toyota had dark tinted windows. My heart sank. Seeing the target through tinted glass was impossible. I could have aimed from the front, but that would increase the distance, making an accurate shot unlikely. This rifle is reliable up to 800 meters. Beyond that, accuracy is not guaranteed. I had to be careful. I had not expected such a high-end vehicle. I had never seen tinted army jeeps before. My mission felt like a failure. I had only 2 or 3 minutes to think. Prakash would take a different route back. Reaching that spot before him was impossible. Even if I raced there, I would not have time to hide and plan. Sajid had said that returning alive after a failed mission is still half a success. But I could not settle for half, no way. The gap between the cars was closing, the suppressor was on, the shot would only make a faint click sound. The moment of truth arrived. The first Jeep passed. Prakash was 20 yards behind. I made a split-second decision, held my breath, and pulled the trigger. Now let's get to the story. I had been sitting on this tree branch for almost 12 hours. I could only move my hands and feet slightly to keep my limbs from going numb. Any more movement than that wasn't an option for me. But this wasn't so difficult that it would keep me from my duty. During training, I'd spent 36 hours at a time in such uncomfortable spots. Once I even had to do 48. But there's no doubt that training and reality are worlds apart. Training is for correcting mistakes, while in reality, a mistake means losing your life. For a sniper, the very idea of a mistake is impossible, our instructors used to say. A sniper has only one bullet to fire. If that bullet misses the target, a painful death becomes the sniper's fate. My favorite instructor, Major Raheel, was even more intense about this. According to him, a sniper has 2 bullets, the first for the target, and if that misses, the second bullet is for yourself, because falling into enemy hands means being buried alive. If the shot hits, it creates such chaos that attention shifts away from the sniper. Usually a sniper's goal is to hit a high-value target, but after entering professional life, I can say that the opposite is also possible. Once, a comrade survived even after a missed shot because of his mental resolve and skill. Though the main target escaped, our sniper picked off 8 or 9 of his guards. The enemy became more worried about saving themselves. By the time they returned, our comrade had already vanished. In truth, a sniper must be mentally sharp and alert, as well as an expert marksman. He must choose a hiding spot while also scouting escape routes to save his life in case of an emergency. At that time, I was holding an Austrian-made SSG69, a masterpiece sniper rifle. Better rifles exist today, but that doesn't mean this one has lost its value. It can easily hit at 800 yards. The magazine holds 5 rounds, but you must manually cycle it after each shot, a bolt action. The spot I had chosen was 700 yards away from the target. I was wearing a green ghillie suit over my clothes. A ghillie suit is a sniper's special attire that helps them blend into the terrain, sand-colored for deserts, earthy for barren lands, white for snow, and dark green for forests. It is essential for staying hidden and invisible. In sniping, hiding is as important as hitting the target. A sniper plans their ghillie suit choice well before setting out. If the terrain differs from the plan, they use grass, leaves, or mud to improvise. I took a sip of water from the plastic tube attached to my back. The weather was pleasant. Otherwise, heat is pure agony for a sniper. Similarly, running out of water makes thirst a constant torture. Peering through the sight, I scanned. There were scattered trees all around. My target was to appear from the front. I could not monitor that direction for long distances because I had chosen a spot near a turn, about 2 kilometers from the bend. I closed my eyes for a second to relax. I felt a slight drowse. I shook my head to fight off sleep. Even a second of drowsiness could distract me from my mission. In training, we were taught to work in pairs. It is vital. A sniper working alone faces extreme difficulties. My partner for this mission was Sergeant Sajid. But unfortunately, he sprained his ankle while crossing a road. I was forced to leave him at a secure spot a few miles back. He was my senior and my mentor. The real responsibility of this mission was on his shoulders. After the sprain, he wanted to turn back, but I insisted on going alone. This was my very first mission. I was ready. Returning empty-handed the very first time felt like a disgrace to me. I hoped that by the time I returned, he would be able to walk again. I glanced at the watch on my wrist. The hands showed 6:30 p.m. I had climbed this tree before 5 a.m. The sun was now setting. My target's arrival was likely delayed until tomorrow. In this area, there was almost zero movement at night. I checked my surroundings and stretched my tired arms and legs. I moved my limbs for a few minutes to shake off the stiffness and ate some roasted chickpeas from my pack. After eating, I tried to drink from my water tube, but only got 2 sips. I had seen a spring on my way in, but I had to wait for dark to go there. This was enemy territory. Being spotted meant the end of the mission. As soon as it was dark, I climbed down from the tree. I took out my night vision goggles and strapped them on. The display lit up and everything turned a faint shade of green in the pitch black. The sight made everything look as bright as a near full moon. I slung my rifle and kept my pistol in hand. Rapid firing isn't possible with a sniper rifle. Every sniper keeps a high-quality sidearm for emergencies. My Glock 19, with a suppressor and a 30-round mag, was as good as a machine gun. A sniper must master the pistol alongside the rifle. I was an expert. I took a quick tactical break, and then headed toward the spring. It was mountainous terrain. Even in July, it was quite cold. During the day, you could see white snow on the distant peaks. The air remained crisp. The spring was about a mile from my hideout. Estimating distances accurately is a vital part of a sniper's training. I moved at a steady pace toward the water, keeping an eye on my dark surroundings. The risk of wild animals was low, though bears or tigers are seen occasionally. However, foxes were plenty. Enemy patrols stuck to established paths, so I wasn't too worried about them. But the unexpected can always happen. The darkness, territory, and being on enemy soil weighed on my heart. A light breeze began to blow, carrying the chill from the snowy peaks. Reaching the spring, I knelt and drank the ice-cold, sweet water. It was fresh. After drinking my fill, I filled my plastic bottle and packed it away. Before heading back, I used the North Star to confirm my direction. I had a compass, but the clear sky made it unnecessary. A sniper's essentials: compass, binoculars, night vision, map, knife, rope, wind meter, lighter, and a wireless set. On the way back, my senior's instructions echoed in my mind. Brigadier Prakash is expected in this sector on July 28th or 29th. He had pointed out a specific spot on the map with a laser. He is the one responsible for the unprovoked shelling along this border. He showed us a large photo of Brigadier Prakash. He has destroyed the peace of the border. Innocent civilians live in fear. Reports keep coming in. Troublemakers who continue their actions without regard for human life lose the right to live. There are even reports that his own troops are fed up with him. It is time. He has been stationed here for 4 months and hardly a day has passed without enemy shelling. Now we have news from reliable sources that he is coming to inspect the forward posts on these 2 dates. Surely this villain has mischief in mind. We are not afraid of his games, but if possible, the hand of the mischief maker should be stopped. Sajid, you are the senior. You have successfully crossed the border many times. Take charge. While Raja Shahan Haider is going on his very first mission, train him well so that he emerges as a top-tier sniper. He is a bright student, Shahan. You are lucky to complete your first mission under your mentor. Now, my mentor was miles away. The entire responsibility had fallen on a rookie sniper, me. After his injury, my mentor advised me to abandon the mission, but I insisted on staying. He sent me off with final instructions and a prayer. He talked to me for 2 hours. Those final words felt more valuable than all my years of training, because these instructions were meant for real-world survival. I moved past the spring toward the target location. It was a spot where large boulders were naturally scattered. They acted as a natural speed breaker for any vehicle passing through. About 60 yards away on a slope, I planted an IED. I buried it between 2 rocks very carefully. I buried it so I could target it from my tree. The goal was to hit the target, then hit the IED to panic the guards and divert their attention. Hitting an IED after taking out the target is incredibly difficult. The true mark of a sniper is absolute confidence in his aim. July 28th had passed. Brigadier Prakash was expected tomorrow still. I could not afford to be careless. As the sun grew stronger, I sat ready and waited for him. I scanned the area with binoculars until a jeep finally appeared in the distance. I focused. The 2 men in the front did not match the description. A mid-level officer sat with the driver, while 3 armed soldiers stood in the back. They were moving slowly, clearly checking the road before the brigadier arrived. My tensed muscles relaxed as they passed. An hour after the scout jeep passed, 3 vehicles appeared around the bend. 2 open tops and a covered Toyota Jeep in the middle, moving at a steady pace. As they covered a kilometer, I noticed the Toyota had dark tinted windows. My heart sank. Seeing the target through tinted glass was impossible. I could have aimed from the front, but that would increase the distance, making an accurate shot unlikely. This rifle is reliable up to 800 meters. Beyond that, accuracy is not guaranteed. I had to be careful. I had not expected such a high-end vehicle. I had never seen tinted army jeeps before. My mission felt like a failure. I had only 2 or 3 minutes to think. Prakash would take a different route back. Reaching that spot before him was impossible. Even if I raced there, I would not have time to hide and plan. Sajid had said that returning alive after a failed mission is still half a success. But I could not settle for half, no way. The gap between the cars was closing, the suppressor was on, the shot would only make a faint click sound. The moment of truth arrived. The first jeep passed. Prakash was 20 yards behind. I made a split-second decision, held my breath, and pulled the trigger. With a soft thud, the front jeep's rear tire blew out. It swerved and stopped. Indian soldiers jumped out, checking the tire. All 3 cars stopped. Soldiers in the rear jeep took cover. I recocked the rifle, catching the empty casing so it wouldn't hit the rocky ground. My last bullet sent him writhing on the ground. I quickly swapped magazines. 8 men were still alive. 1 was looking right at my hiding spot. I took him out first. My confidence was soaring. The fear of an invisible enemy is far greater than one you can see. Another shot took another life. "Run! We are surrounded," one yelled in pure terror and panic. He tried to reverse the jeep, but my bullet slumped him over the steering wheel. The rest abandoned the vehicles and bolted. 2 more fell before they got out of range. I had completed my mission against all odds. A lone sniper had taken down the target and scattered the enemy. I slowly began to pack my gear, knowing that reinforcements would arrive soon. It was time to vanish like a ghost into the mountains once again.